Vegan and vegetarian food makers could be forced to stop labelling their products as meat, with a Senate inquiry set to scrutinise food labelling laws. National Senator and former butcher Susan McDonald has launched an investigation looking at whether terms such as meat-free mince and vegan bacon are acceptable labels for plant-based products. She joins me live now in the studio. Thanks for your time. Let's delve away from the hypothetical and into what we're actually talking about here. So we've got some pictures you've provided of labels you say have an issue. So we'll go through them and see through each one and see what you are saying the issue is. So here's the first one. Delicious plant-based beef. So what would you perhaps look at changing here?
Look, I don't worry so much about what these new products are. What I am keen on is that terms around meat, beef, lamb, chicken, pork, they are all products that are clearly understood to be associated with
beef couldn't be
animals.
on that. You think beef should not be on that package?
No, I don't think so,
Okay.
because I think that is clearly relates to an animal-based product, and that's not.
Could it say burger patty?
Yeah, I think that a patty is something that's clearly understood.
You can have anything in a burger.
That's right, exactly.
Okay, let's have a look at the next one there. So that you'd say no beef on that particular graphic. Incognito. Burger patties. So burger patties is okay.
But again...
But is the brand name your issue here, Incognito?
Well, I think, again, that this
pretty clever.
It is, it's very clever, but it's referencing a product that farmers and graziers in Australia have spent hundreds of millions of dollars over generations building an IP, an intellectual property, around meat. And this is clearly piggybacking off a brand development, and acting as if it's something that it's not.
I mean, that's not actually the separated term meat, though. It's a meat within a longer word. Does that get a bit more troublesome about how you sort of ban that?
Well, I am less interested in the banning and more interested in clarifying what meat is, and then it is up to other products to find their own definition.
So, but this one right here, what are you saying? You would not allow Incognito as a name?
Well, I think that they are using the meat element, it's highlighted, to refer to it being a product that it's not.
Could it have Incognito, but also, a big stamp saying vegan product or vegetarian product clearly on the front?
Well, Tom, this is their issue to deal with. This is not mine. I just want to be clear that if it is not meat in that product...
Can't have the word meat in it.
That we're not going to erode the IP.
Let's have a look at the next one and see the next example. These are the pictures we've been sent, presented as issues, I suppose. Sausage made with plants. What about this one? I mean, sausage can be a lot of different things too, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And again, it's just making sure that the intellectual property of the brand of meat, of beef and chicken and pork and other foods that are the product of animals...
Wouldn't sausage be other things? I mean, there are plant symbols all over this. And
yeah,
it says
sure.
This feels a bit less deceptive than the others.
It does, doesn't it? Exactly.
Yeah. So is sausage maybe a bit of a grey area as to what that could be?
Look, I think that's what we're going to see in the inquiry.
Okay.
We're going to have
Let's pull up the next one then.
Industry examples.
Because I'm just conscious that we've got to get through them. Well, that might have been the last one, I'm not sure. No, here we go. So bull-free beef. The bull-free is very prominent, but so is the bull. What would you do to this one?
Well, I think it looks like it's got a bull, which is concerning in itself, because generally we don't eat bulls. That's not an animal that we would eat. But, you know, again, I think that's... It's taking the brand of meat, of beef, and it's then saying, but it's free of bull.
Well, okay, so we've gone through them. You don't like the word beef or bull there. We'll see what the inquiry gets. Are you saying this happens by accident? People go through the supermarket, they grab this stuff and they go, oh, gee, I've got the wrong thing here?
Yeah, it absolutely does happen, because I think that the way it's labelled is trying to provide a message that this is an alternate
But it's a
product.
different section of the supermarket, isn't it?
No, often they're mixed into the same areas. Yes,
everywhere
absolutely.
I've seen it's usually it's in the area, but there's a corner of this particular product
off to the side.
Yeah.
Look, these definitions are well established in our export markets and around the world. So this is really an issue just domestically in Australia, and I'm keen that we clarify the definition so that it's in line with our export markets. It's in line with the rest of the world's expectations.
What seems to be this marketing is that they are trying to normalise these products so that meat eaters eat them. And actually, I've tried one for the first time a little while ago. I was really hesitant to. It seemed wrong, and it was actually pretty tasty. Isn't that an okay thing to do? I mean, we eat too much red meat anyway. Red meat can cause cancers.
Well,
it is
I'll tell you
higher in
what,
emissions.
I don't actually agree on that we eat too much red meat and that red meat causes cancers. There are dietary guidelines around that, around
But too
what's
much red meat and
recommended.
processed meats have been shown to
Well,
cause some
processed
cancers.
meats is a separate issue. I think there has been some data on that. But around what I'm trying to get at is just a clarity of the definition. There is a lot of IP around this that's been invested in for generations. But I guess more importantly, there's plenty of other examples of other products that have come to market. Margarine, I think, is a terrific example.
Yeah.
It didn't advertise itself as being butter without dairy. It said, I'm margarine, I'm different and I'm
Are
special.
you happy for the other products to thrive? Australians make them as well?
Absolutely,
Right,
absolutely. But here's the other issue. If you look at the packaging, most of it is made overseas. So when you choose to buy one of those products currently, you're not supporting Australian business, you're not supporting Australian farming in that instance, and I think we should be clear about it.
We'll see where the inquiry goes. We might talk to you down the track once
Terrific,
it's making
Tom.
more
Thank
progress.
you.
Thanks for